Hello everyone, Neph here. And you might be wondering, Neph, why are we moving so fast? Well, there is a reason for that. Because this episode is SuperSpeed. The reason being, well, I recorded this episode when it was very late and decided not to commentate it because I was very tired. Yes. And so the actual footage for this episode, believe it or not, is an entire hour long, which is quite a lot. Where you're going to see the entire lot in 17 minutes, which is quite short. In fact, what you're currently watching is at over 4 times normal speed. So yeah, it's pretty darn fast. And there's a lot of building this episode, and a lot of gathering, so I think it works this way. So as you probably guessed, I'm not doing this live. Either that or I'm talking really slowly and it's translating into normal speed. No, okay. Let's not do that ever again. So anyway, I just wanted to say to you guys, for one thing, big thanks for last episode. I know if you've watched that last episode, you know the whole fiasco that happened there. Last episode I recorded when I was like super tired and I was a bit sick, and like I really thought it wasn't great. Like I really wasn't happy with it. Now I spent a whole bunch of time editing the episode to try and make it better, but I still wasn't really happy with it. So I put that big whole long emo spiel at the start just to like say, don't watch this. But amazingly, a lot of you actually watched it. In fact, I put a message like at the end to say, you know, if you've watched this episode, say this, and like everybody said it. Like, so I was amazed. Apparently, everybody watched it. I was like mad chuffed with that. So yeah, I just want to say thanks to you guys for that. You're awesome. Like, I was like I listened to it now as being like over dramatic, but like still, it was just like to get that feedback was amazing. Really, I have the best subscribers. If you check out like anyone else's channel, like Sly Fox or something like that, you just, you see the abuse they get like on a daily basis. Whereas like you check out my channel, I put out like a really subpar video, and everyone's like, oh, but it's amazing, it's like better than everything. I'm like, I love your face. So yeah, 'twas good. Anywho, and as well, good news. If you're not following me on Twitter, you don't know, my exams are finally over, which means I can finally get to making videos on a regular basis. Now, of course, that doesn't mean 2 or 3 videos per day, 7 days a week, people. Seriously, come on. But, before, it was like, 3 videos a week at most. Whereas now I'm hoping, especially next week, I'm hoping to get, say, an episode done, say, per day. Maybe more than one. And probably do it 5 days a week. I think that's reasonable, you know? Oh, and you can see here, I just got lazy and decided to put the millstone above the thing. Because I had, like, one axle and I thought, screw it. So so I'm hoping to crack out the episodes. Obviously now, episode 7 won't be SuperSpeed. That'll be a normal episode. It was just this one episode. See, the problem is when I make these episodes, sometimes I just want to play Minecraft, and I'm so tired I don't want to do a commentary. And, because if I did, it'd be terrible. And because of that, oh, sorry, just on what's going on here. There's actually a thing at the moment in Better Than Wolves where if you use a corner block on a saw, it actually gives you a gear. One guy in the comments actually reminded me of that. Thanks for that. And it's a temporary thing. He's going to change that eventually. But for now, it's actually really handy because you can turn all your like panels and corners back into gears to use them. So what was I talking about? I hate digressing, especially when I forget. And then it's like, well, this is awkward. Oh, and as well, on the server stuff, I mentioned ages ago I was thinking about doing server stuff. Now that I actually have time coming up, I might do that. It'll likely be sometime between this Wednesday and probably next Wednesday. I don't know when I'm going to do it. And I don't know what kind of server I'm going to go on. I'm still very confused on that. I think, like, what I would like to do is, sorry, creepers. Actually, these guys drove me insane the whole episode. There's like 3 mobs up there that just kept making noise. But anyway, a bunch of you messaged me about your servers. Like, in fairness, you're great, and like gave like details on your servers and stuff like that. There's a few things I want for the server. For one thing, I said before I kind of wanted to show stuff off, but I'm thinking now it's probably better if I actually do like a survival thing. So like what I really want is like a playing server. So you'd want to say like at least about say 6 people. You'd want like a playing server, like a brand new map. And with that, like the whole point of like we just build like a little small town and like just try survival and stuff, go cave diving, spelunking and whatnot. It probably won't be very long. I won't make a series out of it, I don't think. Although, if it goes on, it goes on, you know. If it does get very long, I might make a whole bunch of episodes of it and do like a separate series of it. That means though I'd have 3 series going, because keep in mind I'm doing this series now, which is like the normal Let's Play. Then when 1.8 comes out, I'm going to have to do that in parallel, so that's 2 series. And then if I have a server series, that's 3. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, it could just be like a once-off, 1 hour thing or something. You know, would be a bit of fun. Oh, as well, a few people mentioned the idea of that they have servers, but they're like Hamachi servers. I'm not exactly sure how they work. I think if I had to install stuff, that might not work because, you know, I'm on Linux and doesn't like a lot of things like that. So I mean, it might be better if you just have a dedicated server somewhere. And I mean, as well, that's it. I mean, we could do this on a home server, but I mean, for the sake of quality of video and that sort of thing, I'd prefer it obviously if it was on, say, like if you have a dedicated server yourself. And I mean, of course, not just that you're a mod on it, but I mean, if you actually own the server and you want to do it, then yeah, we could do that. So basically, like one day I'll put out a message probably on Twitter, or I'll make a video at the same time, and just say like, you know, look guys, I want to do this probably tomorrow at whatever time. And I'll just organize some guy to do it with, and I mean, what we'll try to do is when I do find a server, I'll like put out a message and try to get as many people to join as possible. Time-wise, I don't know how we're going to do it because obviously some of you are in different regions and the times are different, so I don't know how that'll work out. But I mean, mainly I think a lot of my subscribers, they tend to be in either Ireland or the US, so I think if we go like kind of evening in Ireland, that'll be like early morning in the US, so that should work out. If you're in Australia, sorry, but there's not much you can do there about that. And yeah, so I mean, like, it's still very up in the air at the moment. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it, but it'll be interesting. I mean, it should be good fun. It won't be overly serious or anything. It'll just be probably a once-off thing. And I mean, obviously, as well, some of you mentioned when you did message me that you could record it yourself, which would be amazing. Because what I'd like to do, if like, say, if I did the server thing and a few of you recorded it as well, I could then I could actually then pool all the footage. Like I could get you to send me your footage, and then I could do like kind of a multi-cam thing, you know. And so like I put a little border over it, like this is the Neph cam, this is, you know, like whatever cam. So I think that would work. And I mean as well, I'd like to do like a Ventrilo thing, but I don't know if I can actually get that on Linux. I probably can, but I don't know. That's a lot of setup. I'll probably just do me commentating it and just leave it as that. Although if you do record your own footage, commentate it, and I'll include that. Because I think it'd be awesome to get like some of your own commentary on that. And so yeah. Oh, and of course, geez, I forgot to mention, the Zeppelin mod has been updated. Nothing huge this time around, some nice improvements there. And oh, as well, Better Than Wolves. Since I last updated Better Than Wolves, there's been 4 freaking updates. I mean, geez, this guy, he just turns out so many updates. It's incredible. And like, he completely changed the whole way that the Nether works and how you make like hibachi grills and all. You have like a whole Hellforge now. In fact, I must link you guys. There's a few guys who make videos about Better Than Wolves who like, they have very few subscribers, but they should have way more. Like one guy, now this guy has probably a few, but if you've ever heard of Battosay, he's like the big poster boy for Better Than Wolves. He makes like these amazing factories now of Better Than Wolves. I'll link you to his videos down in the underbar. And as well, there's another guy. He's called well, he just goes by Facefoiled on YouTube. I'll link him as well. He makes like these like amazing kind of like time lapse videos. Well, time lapse, but sped up videos of him. Like he makes like these epic castles now with Better Than Wolves. So yeah, I mean, like you guys, if you're interested in this mod, you should really check out those videos because they're really good. I realize I'm not commenting on the actual episode too much, like what's going on, but it's kind of hard to follow, you know. This room in here is just going to be like a little lab I'm going to use for, like right now I had like the saw and the millstone out on the platform, which I didn't really like. It was kind of, stuff was falling down the hole all the time. It was just terrible. But what I'm going to do here, sorry, I'm just totally stuffed up today. What I'm going to do here with this room is I'm going to make like a little kind of like workshop / lab room. I'm going to pipe the mechanical power in there, and then I'm going to put like all the stuff in there. And I don't know where this fish came from. That confused me. Although I think it might be Mo Creature, so it just like fell. It spawned in that one water block up there and just fell down. That's a nice life. Like, you're a fish. You're born. Ah, this is great. Wait, fall. Oh my god! Dead. So now I just need to get some obsidian. I'm not actually going to go to the Nether in this episode, but I will be going soon. And that will be interesting. I have this fun idea to fly around like the nether, like fighting ghasts, like with a sword and an airship. Oh, and this, just on this, you can see I slowed down here. The reason being, at the bottom of the mine, it occurred to me suddenly that I didn't have any diamond picks, so I couldn't actually get the obsidian. But in order to get that, I decided, like, okay, I'm gonna have to find diamonds, gonna strip mine. The problem is, so basically, right, I started here. I made one strip mine, right, the whole way down here. And then I kind of doubled back and kept going back and forth and back and forth. I spent like a half a frickin' hour digging this thing, right? You know, it took forever. Now I found a lot of redstone and stuff, but still, you know, kind of annoying. And in the entire time, I did not find any diamond. It was so annoying. But what's worse, when I was walking back, just walking back normally, I just saw this glint out of the corner of my eye. And so what? I turn around, and it's fucking diamond! I'm like, ah! I just raged like crazy when I saw that. Like, not now, this was afterwards, but I mean, when it would have actually happened, oh, I was about to lose it. Like, I walked by that thing 10 seconds into digging, and then I spent like a half an hour digging through nothing. And it was right there. I was like, oh my god! And of course I used up my iron pick when digging all that crap, so. Time for your usual wall furnace. And we're back to SuperSpeed. I'd actually like to use this effect more, but it's kind of awkward to do in the video editor I use. I mean, like, the way I did this was I actually took the entire video, sped the entire video up, and so I had two videos, and then I kind of chopped the footage back together to get the different sections. It was awkward. So yeah, you probably won't see another video like this for a while. If I do, it'll probably be purely speed building. On the bright side, I found a ton of diamond. And redstone. Oh, and as well, just on episode 7, for the next episode, I mean, I know a bunch of you have been dying to see the Zeppelin mod and all I'm going to make with that. And I mean, in fairness, I've been holding off for a reason. I mean, it's not very realistic if I, like, you know, one episode in, I make a massive airship and fly around the world. But, see, as well, I need materials. Like, I don't have any wool. So next episode, what I'm probably going to do is make a small airship. Like, I'm thinking like a hot air balloon. And then with that, I'll just make, like, I'll have to get a few sheep for that. And then, so with that hot air balloon, I'll go on a quest for sheeps! And I'll find a whole bunch of sheep and then use them to make the proper airship. Oh, and do you notice, even at 4 times speed, it still takes forever to mine obsidian? I mean, I still think that time could be reduced a bit. But anyway. Oh yeah, and here, you remember I mentioned before I was going to make a trash trench, because it annoyed me how that water just like went all the way to the bottom of the cave. The thing was, it seemed like a simple idea when I set off, but god, it took forever. I mean, like, really, it's just the way I built it was so awkward, and like I kept getting things wrong, and just, oh, it drove me nuts. Oh, and just while I'm building this, because it takes a while, a quick note, as well, like, I've been thinking for a while, like, I don't really know what to call you guys, because, I mean, I normally just call you, like, you know, the subscribers or something, and it's I don't know, it doesn't really seem right. I mean, in fairness, when you think of, like, the other guys, you have, like, Sly Fox has, like, the homies, P-Bat has, like, the champs and champettes and that sort of thing, you know? And, like, I think, like, we should have, like, a name, you know? Because, I mean, we're, like, almost 700 subscribers now, like, that's a lot of people. We're, like, a whole little community now at this stage, and I think we should have, like, a name. I mean, like, myself, I was kind of thinking of, like, the army or something. Like, just 'cause it sounds funny. But, and then I thought, like, wait, we should scale it, you know? So, like, as time goes on, it would get bigger and bigger. So, like, we'd start off as, like, the force or the troop, and then, like, we'd end up as, like, you know, the army or the empire, that sort of thing. So, yeah, I mean, like, what do you guys think? If you have any ideas, like, leave them in the comments, because, like, you guys usually have better ideas than I do. And I want to know what you think about that. Oh, and this, I had to, like, move the lava, like, twice now. It was just... And then when I finally built it, I realized I'd built it so far that the water didn't flow all the way. And I was like, oh my god! Rage. Just rage. Like, it's actually so simple to build it, I just did it arseways the whole way. It was, ugh. This was kind of dangerous actually, but I just, had to do it. The whole time I was like, if I fall, just fall. But thankfully I didn't. Oh, and actually as well, while I'm in the airship and searching for stuff, I need to find mossy cobblestone. Now that might sound weird, but actually, in fairness, in Better Than Wolves there's like a proper use for it. You see, I need to make block dispensers, and for those I need mossy cobblestone. The problem is, for that I need to find a dungeon, and yeah, they're not so easy to find. Oh yeah, I saw this now. It's like rage, ah. But yeah, I'm wondering because it's kind of hard to find a surface dungeon, and like just digging for 2 hours can be annoying. So I don't know, could be awkward to find. I'm kind of wondering, should I make this like a thing? Like if one of you guys find one, then you can make a video response. I don't know. I just don't know. And it works. Of course, the only problem is that, which I didn't realize before, I was planning on having it so I could just throw trash in upstairs, but the problem is the water wheel actually blocks it. I didn't realize. So, yeah. I actually have to go downstairs anyway. So, this whole thing was pretty pointless, but, well. It's Purdy. Shut up. Oh, and you hear those spiders? You think they're annoying? You should try putting up with 3 or 4 fucking different mobs for the entire hour-long episode. And so yeah, that was pretty much this episode. I think I'm gonna leave it here. And yeah, that was that. Next episode, hot air balloon, airships, flying, gathering stuff. Yes. And so yeah, thanks again guys, as always, you've been awesome. And I shall see you soon.